From the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Monday, September 30th of 2024. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, political leader of the New National Party issues stern warning to persons thinking about hijacking the NNP. Damian Cowden's family urges continued support to get the injured hurricane relief volunteer out of the country for emergency health care. And the Marketing and National Importing Board CEO says a new shipment of rice is on the island. In regional news, thousands protest to demand accountability in Venezuela's disputed presidential results. While internationally, Hurricane Helene kills at least 116 people across the U.S. And coming up in sports, Amazon Warriors finished top of the CPL points table. We'll have all the details for you right after this break.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. Political leader of the New National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, laid down some caution tape as he delivered a, quote, "Don't go there" notice to anyone having ideas and plans to take over leadership of the party. Sherry Ann Blackman-Stephen reports.
That New National Party will not be hijacked by anyone whatsoever. You hear me? This New National Party will not be hijacked by anyone.
Neither a name nor a time frame was given. Still, the road is clear-cut as only someone considered a true member of the New National Party will be allowed to take over political leadership. Dr. Keith Mitchell issued a stern warning during the NNP's General Council at the Grenada Trade Center on Sunday to anyone who dared to try to hijack the party.
This party will not be destroyed by a few persons who do not truly care about the NNP and Grenada. Get it right.
The party's history, from its inception and the changes of its leadership to instances of infighting, was brought to the fore, with Dr. Mitchell further strengthening his warning against those attempting to force themselves into the leadership of the party.
Our party has had hostile attacks before from both inside and outside. We had the A-team before who wanted to take over the NNP. And they were soundly beaten for the NNP convention in McDonald College in 1994. The NNP convention will come, and anyone try to do anything against the best interests of the party would be soundly beaten once again by the New National Party.
Several times he told the populace that it was his last. 2022 was supposed to be the last one for the road, but this last remains on uncertainty. Dr. Mitchell said he would hand over the party's leadership, but stressed that the individual to take over would come from the bowels of the party.
A child from this noble political training school, sisters and brothers, a child from this noble NNP training school who has been in the belly of the NNP.
With general elections in Grenada constitutionally due in June of 2027, many questions abound. Will a new head of the NNP face the electorate? Will it be a male or a female to take over the leadership of the NNP? Or will Dr. Mitchell face the Grenadian people once more, hoping for that one for the road? Many questions remain as the electorate looks forward to the party's convention and the leadership that emerges when that date, time, and place are set. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Members of the opposition party have voiced their support for the reopening of schools on the sister isle of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, but raised concerns about health risks that need to be addressed. Speaking at the New National Party's General Council meeting on Sunday, Norland Cox, NNP caretaker for Carriacou and Petite Martinique, highlighted one of his major concerns, the potential rodent infestation at schools located near dump sites.
In the case of Hillsborough Secondary School, how that school is going to coexist with a dump site next door. I don't know how they're going to coexist with the stench, with the possible insects, rodents, whatever the case may be. And that is what I can't understand. Every single playing field has been turned into a dump site, except for the mini stadium. This is a sad time for our young people in that regard.
Cox added that this is just one of many issues that need attention on the Sister Isles, pointing to other challenges that continue to affect the recovery of the islands.
We have a portable toilets. As you know, homes destroyed, people need sanitary place to use. And that was one of our wise decisions of this party. They want to keep us back. They want to silence us. It's not happening. And we have a growing crisis on our hands. We have a growing crisis with water shortages. We are going to have a serious problem in Carriacou in the coming months. I've been signaling this for months now. If the government fails to assist people to get the roofs back on, there is no avenue for them to collect water.
A family's urgent plea echoes as they race against time to secure life-saving treatment for a devoted father injured while rebuilding homes in Carriacou. Rena Pierre Thomas continues to follow this story.
The family of Damien Clouden continues their efforts to raise funds to transport him to the U.S. for medical treatment following severe brain injuries sustained after falling from a two-story building in Carriacou on September 13th. Damien, a Grenadian by birth, responded to calls by the government and people of Grenada to assist with rebuilding efforts after Hurricane Beryl. A professional carpenter, Clouden took time from his job in the U.S. and spent the last 3 months helping rebuild homes in Carriacou, which were damaged by the hurricane. Clouden's wife, Camille, shared details of their fundraising efforts both in Grenada and the U.S. as they aim to reach a goal of US $70,000 to cover the cost of an air ambulance.
Besides the GoFundMe fundraising, I believe on Saturday, October 5th, there is going to be a fundraiser held at 312 East 93rd Street in Brooklyn, New York. It talks about motorcades being in planning. However, I don't have finalized information on those, as well as police station in Carriacou will be doing a barbecue on Saturday, October 4th. They'll be doing a barbecue there. Little persons around the community in Carriacou have shared information with each other of, businesses that are going to do certain sales to use the proceedings towards fundraising to getting Damien medically evacuated as soon as possible.
Following the media coverage on Clouden's story last Thursday, their GoFundMe page received a significant support with over $50,000 in donation. Camille thanked those who have donated thus far and asked for more support to help them reach their goal.
God is going to bless you guys. Every donation that you gave, God will bless back 10 times fold from this situation, because I am going to pray for you and ask God to bless you back in abundance just the little that you gave, I wanted to bless you back 10 times fold. So thank you so much to every single one of those persons who gave something.
Camille said her greatest desire is to get her husband back to the U.S.
Well, it seems the retaliation from the hospital has worsened after the news story went out. Right now, I'm very, very sad in Grenada. The hospital administrators they're making me feel attacked. They're making me feel attacked because of the fact that I told the truth. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Like, they were doing wrong things and I told the truth, and it's like they're angry that I told the truth. And from this morning I go there, the nurse is attacking me, and I just don't feel safe in that facility. Right now, my next step is if a plane could come for Damien today, oh God, that's what I really would love my next step to be. But I am hoping and praying, with the GoFundMe being at 50,000 in only about 3 days, then I'm praying that it would reach the goal in about the next day or two, so that we could pay the company the money that they're asking for, so that they could send an ambulance plane right away. So my next step is to just safely discharge and transport Damien from Grenada to the United States directly to the hospital, where he would be immediately treated as soon as he arrives. So
GBN reached out to the General Hospital to follow up on Damien's situation and was told they continue to work with the family as all documents are ready to facilitate travel by air ambulance. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
One man has been placed on bail in the first illegal dumping matter brought before the court system by the Compliance Enforcement Unit of the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. Christina John has the details.
A truck operator of St. Andrew has been charged with the offense of illegal dumping. It is the first case of its kind to be brought before the Grenada court system. The truck operator was charged in relation to the illegal disposal of waste in the vicinity of the Dunfermline River, which occurred in late August. During his next court appearance on January 29, 2025, the truck operator will answer the charge before the Grenville Magistrates Court. Investigations are continuing, and it is likely that a second person may be charged in relation to the matter. According to the Waste Management Act of 2001, illegal dumping carries a maximum penalty of $50,000 and 6 months in prison. Having taken its first matter to court, the Compliance Enforcement Unit of the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority is preparing to take a number of other outstanding matters of a similar nature through the court system. The recent court action demonstrates a change in modus operandi of the Compliance Enforcement Unit 6 months into its establishment. The unit, which has been heavily dependent on other institutions and ministries to carry out matters such as illegal dumping, pollution of protected land and water systems, and inappropriate waste management practices through the court, is now channeling its own legal matters through the court system. Christina John, GBN News.
This is News at 7. Coming up, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell pushes the international community for financial assistance and partnership against climate change. Stay with us.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there easy. Enjoy competitive interest rates, specials on insurance, and offers from auto dealers. Ariza also has great offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. Apply for an easy ride loan from Ariza and drive away in style.
Grenada, get ready. A new season of the Grenleg Debates is coming. Informative, impromptu, bright young minds sparking powerful ideas. Tune in.
is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
International Support Group, ISG, your company of choice. You have a problem with mold? We're the company to call. ISG provides quality commercial janitorial services. We also focus on preventative maintenance, making sure that your building keeps functioning as it should. With ISG, you will have a peace of mind knowing that all your service needs are carried out by a quality, efficient, and friendly team of technicians. ISG is dedicated to industrial professionalism, safety, and exceptional customer satisfaction. Call us today at 473-410-5886 or email us at info@isg-grenada.com.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
It's the event you won't want to miss. GIDC Business Deals Day is happening on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Frequency Industrial Park playing field. Explore the latest products and service offerings from businesses within the industrial parks. Enjoy discounts on GIDC business support services and get fantastic deals on household items, building materials, accessories, condiments, and more with exciting prizes up for grabs throughout the day. But that's not all. Dive into a mini health fair and career expo for valuable health, education, and employment opportunities, all while enjoying the sounds of Trio the Band and DJ Graphic Sounds. It will be a fun-filled day filled with eats, drinks, games, deals, and more. Mark your calendars and join the GIDC at Frequency Industrial Park playing field on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. See you there.
As we get ready to give thanks, the long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch Scholar. alongside Luta, Tobago Crusoe, and 7 times Soca and 10 times Roadmatch King. Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $16 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Guelph, Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clear Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
And welcome back. Grenada's Prime Minister addressed the general debate of United Nations General Assembly on the weekend as he continues to push for financial assistance and partnerships in the ongoing fight against climate change. Sherry Ann Blackman-Stephen has this report.
Prime Minister and Chairman of CARICOM, Deacon Mitchell, stressed about the challenges facing the Caribbean region, fighting to stand up to and survive the impact and effects of climate change. Addressing the general debate of the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly on Saturday, Prime Minister Mitchell delivered on behalf of Grenada and CARICOM the harsh reality and destruction facing small islands year after year from the brutal force of climate change. He delivered his plea to the international community for financial aid to assist small islands continually reeling from the impact of climate change.
I invite the international community to join us. We are asking for the $100 billion promised to support climate adaptation and mitigation to be met. Partnership, in our case, requires concrete financial support to help us rebuild with greater resilience.
Addressing the UN, while the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique remain resilient against great humidity in partial and temporary makeshift homes through rain and sun following the devastation caused by Hurricane Beryl in July, the Prime Minister suggested that the international community learn from the experience of small islands like Grenada.
And so the message that we in the Caribbean have for those who are looking to adapt to climate change, our message is simple. Learn from us. If there's an upside from the many storms that we have endured over the years, it is the lessons that we were able to take away from the various disasters. We have lived through the destructive power of hurricanes, which can erase decades of progress in just a few minutes.
The theme for the general debate is leaving no one behind, acting together for the advancement of peace, sustainable development, and human dignity for present and future generations. Cherry Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
More than 200 trees of various species were planted across Carriacou on Saturday as part of an environmental conservation initiative organized by tourism and hospitality students from the St. George's University. The initiative is part of SGU's long-standing environmental conservation sustainable project and was carried out in collaboration with several partners. Here's another Nisha Paul report.
The tree planting drive comes on the heels of the destruction of a significant number of trees on the sister island during Hurricane Beryl in July. The initiative kicked off at the Botanical Gardens in Hillsborough with nutmeg, palm, white pui, and mahogany trees among the species planted in the area. The 21-member team then proceeded to Paradise Beach in Leicester and Behind Sands Beach in Lauriston, where they focused on planting sea grape and almond trees to help restore the coastal vegetation. The initiative, part of SGU's 15-year-old conservation project, is the latest in a series of environmental restoration efforts by the university, which previously planted over 600 trees on mainland Grenada. Tanisha Tanis was the class project leader for the Kareku trip.
This, again, is an ongoing project, so this is not the end. We still have more to go. Last semester, the sustainable tourism class and the events management class took part. They went to Grand Etang. We're also looking to go towards Grand Etang this semester as well. We mainly chose Kareku just as a form of give back and to do our part to help restore Kareku. Some of the trees planted we have white pui, we have the mahogany tree, and we also planted a couple of nutmegs as well. The nutmeg is mainly important because as for the Ministry of Forestries, it was unknown to them that there has been any nutmeg on the island. So this is mainly the main reason why we chose nutmeg.
Aidan Photo, a sustainable landscape management specialist with the Climate Resilience Agriculture for Integrated Landscape Management project under the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, also participated, offering technical guidance during the planting process. Photo, a former chief forestry officer, emphasized the significance of planting trees in environments where they can thrive and aid in the recovery of the island's natural habitat, underscoring their role in sustaining the ecosystem.
Species planted was based on the location, so those that was ecologically adapted to the particular area, like the sea grapes, the almond, these were planted along the sea coast. Soil stabilization and also for biodiversity, and that would also contribute to carbon sequestration because the place became very bare in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. Other species planted include pink pui and palm, that is on the botanical garden. In that this is an area where they use for more ornamental purposes. But these would contribute significantly towards soil stabilization in all the areas and to sort of rehabilitate the area and revitalize biodiversity.
The SGU students have extended their appreciation to all partners involved in making the tree planting exercise a success, ensuring the continued growth of sustainable environmental practices on the island.
I want to thank all our sponsors like ARISA, the National Lotteries Authority, the Grenada Tourism Authority, the Ministry of Tourism, who led by the Ministry of Forestry's department. Mr. Andre, he also helped with the food.
The tree planting initiative marks another step in SGU's commitment to environmental conservation in Grenada. As the trees take root and grow, they will serve as a lasting testament to the collaborative efforts aimed at restoring Kareku's natural beauty and building climate resilience for future generations. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
Finance Manager and Acting CEO of the Marketing and National Importing Board, MNIB, Elvis Young, has provided an important update on Grenada's ongoing rice shortage. Speaking with GBN on Monday, Young revealed that a new shipment of rice is on the island and a new protocol has been established to improve communication between Grenada and Guyana regarding rice supplies. Nisha Paul has all the details.
This development follows last week's GBN newscast, which highlighted the rice shortage. The issue caught the attention of Guyana's Minister of Agriculture, Zulfikar Mustafa, who personally intervened to help resolve the matter. Finance Manager and Acting CEO of the Marketing and National Importing Board, MNIB, Elvis Young, confirmed that the Guyanese government responded swiftly.
On Friday, that's the day after the GBN newscast, Mr. Mustafa, together with the Deputy Manager of the Guyana Rice Development Board, that's Mr. Raghunath, they both engaged me in a telephone conversation. I must add that conversation was initiated by Mr. Mustafa himself. That's the Minister of Agriculture in Guyana. Now, during that conversation, Mr. Mustafa gave the assurance that currently Guyana has an adequate supply of rice to meet the consumption.
He further confirmed that several shipments of grain are en route to Grenada. He gave assurance that rice ordered by the MNIB since February is currently being processed.
As it relates to the rice that Marketing Board was trying to get since February, he gave the assurance that that rice will be, that order will be processed this week. And I can confirm that this morning I had correspondence from one of the suppliers that processing of that order indeed have started.
In a further step to prevent future supply issues, Young explained that following discussions with Minister Mustafa and the Deputy General Manager of the Guyana Rice Development Board, GRDB, a protocol has been agreed upon to ensure clear and consistent communication between the MNIB and the GRDB regarding grain supplies.
Yes, another important development that took place in that conversation was the establishing of a protocol to deal with any sort of shortage in the future. And the first step in that protocol is for the Guyana Rice Development Board to be contacted and report that issue. So a direct contact was given so that that department can be easily reached. If that does not resolve the matter, the Minister of Agriculture in Grenada would be informed of the issue, and he or she will contact the Minister of Agriculture in Guyana, and on a ministerial level, they would bring resolution to any sort of shortage issue that we may have in the future.
This new protocol is expected to ensure smoother and more timely shipments of rice and prevent similar shortages in the future. The MNIB, in collaboration with its Guyanese partners, is working to expedite the delivery of rice to Grenada's markets. As a member of CARICOM, Grenada must first seek supplies within the region before looking elsewhere. This development effectively means that the islands will not have to ask the Regional Trade Ministerial Council for permission to buy rice from extra-regional markets, at least not now. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
Me I talk to you, but you are 92. Yeah. You the number one run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. You number one. Yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah. Get value for your money. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicle insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year, and every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Guap Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Country Cold Store wishes to advise its customers and the general public that our wholesale department, including our office in St. David, island-wide sales and delivery services via our sales trucks, will be closed and unavailable on Tuesday, 1st October and Wednesday, 2nd October to facilitate our annual stock-taking exercise. Regular operations will resume on Thursday, 3rd October 2024. We wish to advise, however, that our mini-mart will not be closed for this process and will remain open on Tuesday, October 1st and Wednesday, October 2nd. We apologize for any inconvenience caused, as we wish to thank you, our customers, for your cooperation and understanding.
If you don't add multi-X to your Playway bets, then you're definitely missing out on bigger winnings. The NLA has added 7X to the multi-X draws. Imagine playing your favorite Playway number or symbol for $10 with multi-X added. Then, wow! 7X is drawn. You win bigger. Not just $240, but $240 multiplied by 7. Whoa! That's $1,680. 7X added for a limited time only. Add multi-X to your Playway bets every day, 3 times per day, Monday to Saturday, for chances to win bigger. Not only free plays or winnings multiplied by 3 or 5, but winnings multiplied by 7 too. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, make your dreams come true.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
The Royal Grenada Police Force, RGPF, is not taking lightly increased reports of theft. According to reports out of the Criminal Investigation Department of the RGPF, they have recorded an increase in reports of property theft from January to present. More details in this Christina John report.
Assistant Superintendent of Police Ryan Hall, stolen property amounting to thousands of dollars are being traded in neighboring islands in exchange for drugs. These include scooters and boat engines.
Over the past few months, we have recorded that we have been experiencing an increase in stealing-related offenses, especially as it relates to the stealing of scooters and boat engines. As a result of that, we have intensified our efforts on the ground in terms of gathering our intelligence. We have analyzed our information, and along the way, we have executed operations that would have led to the seizure of several of these scooters and boat engines. To date, we have arrested and charged several persons as it relates to the stealing of the boat engines. The matters as it relates to the scooters are still under investigation. Based on the investigation, what we have realized that some of these items were sent up the island and some went down south, basically trading for drugs and so. So it makes it basically difficult for these persons who would have been honest in terms of the trade that they apply to continue their normal living.
During a media brief on Monday, the officer said some of the stolen items have been recovered and individuals have been charged. However, he said they are reliant on the public to come forward with information they may have in relation to stolen property.
So far, we had recovered 6 scooters. We have charged 5 different persons as it relates to the stealing of the scooters. Prior to that, the last operation, we have recovered 6 scooters. Prior to that, we have recovered approximately 6 of the scooters too, and we have charged several persons as it relates to these scooters. In terms of the engines, over the weekend gone, we have recovered 9 engines. And from what we would have gathered, several more have been stolen and would have went up either up the island or down south.
Assistant Superintendent of Police is calling on persons who reported their loss to come forward to make their claim.
So in terms of the engines and scooters that we have in custody, we have tried to reach out to as many persons as possible who would have made complaint, but we like to use your medium too to appeal to persons who would have made reports to come to CID and see if we can identify your item, the scooter, the engine, and after we would have charged these persons, we are going to bring them to court to ensure that the court sets the direction thereafter. I can tell you it's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars because, for example, we had one vessel that was stolen and it is in excess of $300,000. I just want to take this opportunity to appeal to members of the public who continue to be our best partner, our greatest partner in terms of sharing information. But we just want to appeal to you that if you should see anything as it relates to the stealing of these engines or any offenses in particular, please report SIM. You can contact 911 or CID.
Christina John, GBN News.
and markings means. The zigzag lines means you should not park in the marked area. Parking is allowed inside the solid white lines on the edge of the road. Remember, look out for pedestrians. Pedestrians, be sure the vehicle comes to a complete stop before crossing. These tips can save your life. These tips can make our roads safer for all users. Be safe, be seen, be smart. A message from the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force.
Stepping off the plane, it's so easy to breathe again. Life in the big city has finally took its toll. And it's been so long, but I'm finally home. And what better
Special celebration was held on Saturday at the Botanical Gardens in Hillsborough, Carriacou, to honor members of the Guyana Defense Force, GDF, for their pivotal role in the relief and recovery efforts following Hurricane Beryl. Nisha Paul was in Carriacou and filed this report.
The event, organized by the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs in collaboration with the Royal Grenada Police Force, recognized the contingent from the Guyana Defense Force for their contributions to rebuilding critical infrastructure on the sister island. The Guyanese team of over 50 soldiers has been actively working on the restoration of 4 government buildings, including the administrative building and the police station, since their arrival on July 6, just days after the devastating Category 4 storm made landfall. In an exclusive interview with GBN News, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, Tevin Andrews, expressed his deep appreciation to the government and people of Guyana for their swift response.
Guyana was one of the first countries that responded immediately after the devastating hurricane, and not just responded with food and other essential items, but also with manpower to assist in the rebuilding and recovery efforts. So we're really grateful for the work that they have done and are doing in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Significant progress has been made since they are here. Most of the buildings are fully restored. For example, the police station. So today it's a celebration, celebrating, thanking, basically giving thanks and saying thanks to them for their hard work and sacrifice that they are making.
Major Cranston France, who led the contingent of Guyanese experts, spoke about the scope of their work on the island.
Over the last 2 months since our arrival in Carriacou, we have been engaged in 4 projects, which is the police and the courthouse building. We also did work on the revenue and the post office building, the Hillsborough Secondary School, and the 4th and final project that we're currently working on is the office of the Minister of Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
Saturday's celebrations began at 6 a.m. with a libation ceremony and flag raising, followed by a lunch featuring Carriacou's traditional saraka and Guyanese food. The festivities continued with recreational activities such as cards and dominoes, cultural displays unique to Carriacou, and a special performance by the Royal Grenada Police Force Band, all in appreciation of the GDF's contributions. Major France noted that the team is working to complete all projects by mid-October, after which they will return to Guyana. The GDF's efforts have been instrumental in Carriacou's recovery, leaving a lasting impact on the island and its people. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
Senior criminal defense attorney Anthem Clouden is advocating for significant judicial reforms, including expanding the magisterial pool, particularly in St. Andrew, one of the country's largest parishes. Details in this Nisha Paul report.
Attorney Anselm Clouden believes that broadening the pool of magistrates would help reduce delays and alleviate pressure on the current system.
And I have also asked for this. Grenville has one magistrate. St. George's has 3 magistrates, one sitting in civil, criminal, and juvenile, magistrates code 1 and 2, and one magistrate sitting in traffic. Grenville has one magistrate, St. Andrews, the largest parish in the country, and you have one magistrate doing civil, criminal, juvenile, and traffic.
In a recent interview, Clouden highlighted the need for amendments to Grenada's criminal code, proposing an option for offenders to elect trial by judge alone, foregoing a jury. He suggests that this election should be made at the conclusion of the preliminary inquiry in the magistrates' court.
So the judge becomes a tribunal of both fact and law, just as the magistrate. But the magistrate only handles summary matters. Their jurisdiction is statutorized. They can only adjudicate within the 4 corners of the statute, but they do it alone. There's no jury in magistrate's court. So that we are not unfamiliar with the procedure of having an adjudicator, a magistrate, being the tribunal of both law and fact. In the High Court civilly, the judge sits without a civil jury. So that judge sitting in the civil jurisdiction of the court is exercising jurisdiction as a tribunal of fact and law, or mixed fact and law.
He emphasized the potential benefits of the proposed system, which he believes would speed up trials and reduce government expenditure.
It would cut down on costs to the judiciary, to the government, because you wouldn't have to pay to have separate panels of jurors. And 3, it would be expedited justice. And that whole area of judicial delay amounting to miscarriages of justice would be eliminated. And I would respectfully suggest that the Attorney General respond with alacrity to including this provision in an amended piece of legislation.
Clouden is among defense attorneys for 4 police officers in a nearly 13-year-old case involving the manslaughter of Oscar Bartholomew, who died in December 2011. Citing the length of time that has elapsed, he stressed the urgent need for judicial reform to ensure fairness and efficiency in criminal proceedings.
These are areas of reform that is necessary to ensure that an accused receives a fair trial in keeping with his constitutional guarantee under sections 8(1) of the Constitution, being tried by an independent and impartial tribunal established by law. And my whole thrust now, as a senior practitioner in the criminal jurisdiction of the court, is to maintain the integrity of the criminal justice system by introducing certain reforms that would enhance the fairness of the proceedings.
The veteran attorney's proposals reflect growing concerns about the pace of justice in Grenada and the need for a more streamlined process to handle cases more efficiently. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
And stay with us. We'll have your regional and international news right after this break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Over the years and presently, customers have been winning exciting prizes while ensuring that benefits are realized for all Grenadians by supporting the games of the National Lotteries Authority.
I am Patrick Simmons, former Minister for Sports and National Athlete. The NLA has made significant investment in nation-building activities. Among them are the construction of health, sporting, cultural, educational, and community facilities. Additionally, they continue to provide funding to non-governmental organizations and individuals throughout the Tri-Island state. I support the NLA's mandate because I can see where the money goes.
Playing the games of the NLA guarantees support for sports, culture, and nation building throughout the Tri-Island state of Grenada.
Good evening, sports fans. The 30th and final regular fixture of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League, CPL, saw reigning champions Guyana Amazon Warriors suffer a heavy 74-run defeat at the hands of Trinbago Knight Riders on home turf in Providence. Despite this loss, the Amazon Warriors finished top of the table and will face the St. Lucia Kings in Qualifier 1 on the 2nd of October. The Knight Riders will face Barbados in the eliminator match on the 1st of October. Now, this is how it unfolded. Winning the toss and electing to bat first, the Knight Riders' innings got off to a rocky start as Warriors captain Imran Tahir bowled Shakir Paris with a perfect googly that completely bamboozled the batter and scudded into the stumps. Tahir wheeled away in celebration, but it was to be the last thing his side would have to celebrate for a while on what turned out to be a bruising night. Nicholas Perrin played one of the finest innings in the history of the CPL, on the other hand, by striking a majestic century for the Knight Riders, finishing with 101 off just 59 balls with 9 fours and 8 sixes to his name. Meanwhile, these women missed the chance to build crucial momentum ahead of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, falling to a 20-run defeat against India women in a warm-up match in Dubai on Sunday. After winning the toss and opting to field, the West Indies women managed to restrict India to 141 for 8 from their 20 overs. India's total was anchored by Jemima Rodriguez, who top-scored with a well-crafted 52 off 40 balls before being run out. In response, the West Indies women got off to a poor start, losing early wickets, including that of Captain Matthews, who was dismissed for a duck. The Caribbean side quickly slumped to 13 for 3, putting them on the back foot in their pursuit of 142. Affie Fletcher's quick-fire 21 from 14 balls gave the West Indies a glimmer of hope late in the game, but they ultimately ran out of time, finishing at 121 for 8 from their 20 overs, falling 20 runs short of the target. The loss leaves the West Indies women with a lot of work to do as they prepare for their T20 World Cup campaign. And defending Premier League champion Paradise FC International continue their unbeaten run, sitting top of the 2024 season on 34 points. The Grenville outfit outclassed Shamrock over the weekend, beating them 3-0 to get a full 3 points. Meanwhile, Queen's Park Rangers and Hard Rock played to a 1-1 draw on Saturday. 3 matches were played on Sunday. Saab Spartan got the better of Fontenoy United 2-1, and second place Hurricanes and St. John Sports played to a 0-0 draw, while FC Cameroon slaughtered Mount Rich 14-0. And continuing with football action in the GFA Under-17 League, we have scores for matches played over the weekend. Class Herb Roots Under-17 scored 0, while Eagles Super Strikers scored 3. Hurricanes Under-17, 0. 3 for St. Andrews Football League Under-17. Paradise FCI, 3 and 0 for Saab Spartans. We also have results from matches played in the GFA Women's League Big 8. And here we go for GFA Under-15 Girls, 0. St. Andrews Football League, 1. Paradise Women, 3 and 0 for Eagles Super Strikers. Queen Park Rangers Women, 1 and it was 2 for RGPF St. Forces Women. And lastly, we have St. John Sports Women. They scored 4 to St. David's FC Women, who scored only 1. And that's what's been happening in the world of sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. More than 116 people have died after high winds and torrential rains caused by Hurricane Helene. Helene, which made landfall in Florida on Thursday, began as a Category 4 hurricane and became the most powerful on record to hit Florida's Big Bend before moving north into Georgia, the Carolinas, and Tennessee. It was later downgraded to a tropical storm. Vice President Kamala Harris is due to visit the affected areas, the White House has said, with Donald Trump due in Georgia later to do the same.
Biblical devastation, the words of emergency officials as they battle the leftovers of the tropical storm. North and South Carolina are the latest states in its path of destruction, with the highest death toll so far. Locked roads and downed power lines have isolated the mountain town of Asheville. Entire homes submerged. Drivers stuck.
Even before the officer got to me, the water was all the way up to my chest inside my car. And it happened so fast to me and scared the life out of me.
Residents have nowhere to go.
I've never seen so many people homeless as what I have right now. Not in my community. This is the third storm in a year. I don't know how much more we can take, and then they're telling us there's another one out there.
Elsewhere, gridlocked petrol stations make it near impossible to leave.
When you can't get gasoline, you can't go anywhere. You can't go buy nothing. Of course, there's nothing open right now, but it all depends on these gas stations. It's just a scary feeling.
Affected residents will receive visits by both presidential candidates, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and federal aid is on offer.
We are deploying food, water, and generators and working to restore water and power. And the President and I have told state and local leaders we will provide whatever help they need in the days and weeks ahead.
And in those coming days, it's all many can do to hope and pray for calmer conditions. Megan Owen, BBC News.
Thousands of Venezuelans have held protests in the country and around the world over the disputed presidential election results. The opposition says the July vote was stolen by President Nicolas Maduro.
Venezuela's opposition presidential candidate Edmundo González appeared in front of a cheering crowd in Madrid on Saturday. It was his first public appearance since fleeing to Spain after the disputed elections he believes he won. He unfurled a Venezuelan flag but didn't say a word, unlike many of his supporters who continue to express outrage at an election they claim was fraudulent.
I say Maduro is not a president. He's illegally in the presidential palace. He's the invader of Miraflores because they are all criminals.
Rallies like the one in Madrid were also held inside Venezuela and in hundreds of cities across the world exactly 2 months after the elections. The opposition says they proved González won by publishing most of the vote tallies online, something President Maduro dismissed, unleashing a violent crackdown on dissent. Since then, opposition leaders like Maria Corina Machado have gone into hiding and the streets have been largely silent. Diplomatic attempts to pressure Maduro to accept a transition have failed. On Thursday at the United Nations, 30 countries and the European Union published a joint statement rejecting Maduro's claims, but stopped short of recognizing González as the legitimate president-elect.
Since the elections, the U.S. government has imposed sanctions on more than 15 allies of President Maduro and is now considering imposing more individual sanctions and also the possibility of revoking the licenses of oil companies currently operating in Venezuela.
A small crowd also gathered in the Colombian capital Bogotá, home to the largest Venezuelan diaspora. Many held signs with pictures of political prisoners, but despite it all, they say they remain hopeful that a change will come.
We all have faith that the government will come to its senses and return us our country, and with it, the return of so many families which left. There are 8 million Venezuelans abroad, 2,000 political prisoners in Venezuela, and we all want to go back.
But despite these people's hope and all the international pressure, Maduro remains in no mood to bargain. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogotá.
Far-right leader Marine Le Pen and dozens of members of her National Rally Party are going on trial in Paris. They're accused of misusing and embezzling EU funds. The party has contested the charges.
Marine Le Pen has had a good run. The far-right National Rally Party won France's EU election and is now a major force in the French Parliament following July's snap election. But her fortunes could be about to change. Le Pen and 26 members of the National Rally stand trial on Monday, accused of misusing EU funds to finance the party in France.
This is a case of misappropriation of public funds to the detriment of the European Parliament. In other words, to the detriment of all European taxpayers.
Le Pen was a National Rally MEP for 8 years until 2017. Prosecutors say that she and her co-accused, including her father Jean-Marie Le Pen, used EU money to pay for assistants who in fact worked for the National Rally in France. A scheme that began in 2004 and allegedly embezzled more than $7 million. This anti-corruption expert says the unclear rules around EU parliamentary assistance will be at the heart of the debate during the trial.
The problem is that the work of a parliamentary assistant is not properly defined in the law. An assistant works directly for the MEP, but there's a grey area. Are they working then for the EU Parliament, or are they working for the party that the MEP represents?
Marine Le Pen denies the charges against her and her party, but if convicted, her career and presidential ambitions could be threatened. She could face a prison sentence, or the court could decide that she is ineligible for public office for up to a decade. Pen was runner-up to Emmanuel Macron in the last two presidential elections. Her party says the trial is politically motivated, aimed at keeping her out of the Elysee.
From the beginning, it is the political strategy of this party to say that they are always the victim of a system.
The trial, which is expected to last until November, could dictate the political future of one of France's most famous politicians. Natasha Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.
And that's what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. And now for a recap of the night's top stories. Political leader of the New National Party issues stern warning to persons thinking about hijacking the NNP. Damien Cowden's family urges continued support to get the injured hurricane relief volunteer out of the country for emergency health care. And the Marketing and National Importing Board CEO says a new shipment of rice is on the island. In regional news, thousands protest to demand accountability in Venezuela's disputed presidential results. While internationally, Hurricane Helene kills at least 116 people across the U.S. And in sports, Amazon Warriors finished top of the CPL points table. If you missed any part of this newscast, there'll be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a pleasant evening.